Well, we've got the Phantom, and this was early on in Act 2. And this is mostly well, I think there are no tools involved in this one. This is just good old fashioned sword fighting or needle fighting. So he gets up into the air a lot, and I found that was the time to get underneath him. He really reminds me of Silk, a combination of Silk and the way that Hornet fought in the original Hollow Knight. So I remember this one was it just involved patience. I didn't try and tank him. I actually somewhat enjoyed this fight because I don't know, it was a little bit like a dance. I was not very aggressive at all. And I just, got through Act 1 and was sort of getting used to the tools and didn't really use too many tools in Act 1. Whereas towards the end of Act 2, I start using quite a lot. Um, yeah, as you can see, it's basically get underneath him, and when he passes by, try and strike him down low. There's another phase that comes up where we have to avoid some environmental. Um, there's my lucky dice helping me out yet again. Avoid some environmental attacks that he does, but she does. I think it's a she. I keep hearing her say, "It's a hoot." It really was a hoot. Thanks for the fight. Okay, so getting some cheap hits, not really effective. If I could do it all over again, I probably would have used several tools, and Tax would have been great in this one because she spends a lot of time on the ground, and probably would have used my claw line to needle her in the face with. Yeah, this was the one where she does this big environmental attack. It's quite easy to get out of the way of. But then she has another phase where they come very, very quick. So I would recommend if you're playing this for the first time and you're not used to using many tools, just, knuckle down for a longer fight. Most of my Act 2 boss fights are really quick because I just didn't have I don't have the patience anymore because I've been playing this game for a month. Not loads, a few hours a day, but I feel at this stage that I just want to progress in the game and don't really need to be dying on a boss a dozen times or whatever it is. You know what it's like. So, yeah, slow and steady wins the race. These environmental things are pretty easy to get past at the moment, but when you see she does some quick fire attacks with it that are a little bit more challenging. Other than that, I would say personally you could be a little bit more aggressive than I was with her, but at this part of the Act 2, I was really nervous and quite like I remember when I was doing this boss battle, my hands were sweating. I don't know why, because when I look at it now, I think, oh yeah, this is what I could have done a bit better. But um, yeah, this game makes you get good at a certain stage, and then the bosses ramp up in difficulty. So then it either forces you to become a savant, some sort of like gifted video game wizard, or just use the tools that the game gives you to OP yourself and give the bad guys a little taste of their own medicine. Because they sure as don't mind using tools on us. So I like to return the favor. Yeah, sorry, it's not the most exciting fight. I'm using meat and potatoes. Get out of the way, jump, and pogo her. It's a hoot. When she throws her needle, she takes a while to retrieve it, and she's when she throws her needle from the air, so she's vulnerable to for a quick, you know, running attack. Now I think pretty soon she starts her next phase of just firing these things at you nonstop. The environmental beams, we'll call them. Yeah, she's really upset now. Here they come. Boom. Boom. Luckily, she telegraphs them, and I failed to get that, or get out of the way of that. You'll have plenty of opportunity to heal in this one as well. She's not as annoying with her, how some bosses in Act 2 won't even let you get a heal off like 1 out of 10 times, unless you come with tools to enable you to do that, like the injector band and the warding bell, etc. But here, this is just plain old needle fighting, and it is one of the longer fights that I have done in this game. But I think she had beaten me like a number of times, and I was running out of shells for my cog flies. So I just thought, you know what? Let's just take our time and get rid of this one. And when I get out of here, I started farming shells and beads to buy shells. Shards, sorry, not shells. Beads to buy shards. And I always made sure I had enough to spam them on bosses. I know it's not the most elegant way to win a fight to use the tools, but it's fun. It adds an extra challenge when you use the tools, actually, because you're so preoccupied with getting the tools off. Sometimes you take your eye off the enemy and they wind up spanking you. So anyways, this is the one of the sort of secret ways up into the Citadel, and if you don't know about this way, then you might have to look it up. I'm not sort of giving away any spoilers. I'm just documenting I am giving away spoilers, but I'm just documenting my bosses and gauntlet room challenges. So that was the sort of setup for these playlists, and I'll do an Act 3 when I get there. I'm almost there now, but I still have a few bosses that I haven't edited and put them up yet. But I'm looking to try and finish this within the next couple of weeks, finish the game and get this all documented. But I am looking forward to Act 3. I don't know really what to expect because I didn't even really watch any of the trailers for the game before it came out. I wanted it all to be a surprise. Now she's getting a little bit more aggressive and faster. But honestly, she doesn't really change up her tactic at all. Just does the same thing over and over. She's doing the multiple blasts. It's a hoot. And I start getting a little bit scared for some reason here. Keep thinking that she might have like another style of attack for me, but it winds up being more of the same. There she is. So this is where you learn a special skill, and I'll be honest with you, I have not used that skill at all in the game, at all. Simple strategy, takes a while, but hope it works. Good luck.